If you date someone close to your child's age, that's just weird. But then trying to force them to hang out, that's just double weird. Would you get mad if your kids hired professional cleaners to clean your house? Let's grab a pen and paper and get started. Hi, it's Kat Starling, and I like to make doodle videos paired with internet conversation. So listen along, unwind, and maybe join me for some doodles as I react to these entitled parents' stories. AITAH, for hiring professional cleaners to prove my mom was a spite cleaner. This is from a few years ago, but it's come up in arguments lately, so I figured I'd get some outside opinions. My mom is what you call a spite cleaner. She uses cleaning as a tool to control, nag, whine, and whatnot. Nag. My siblings and I bore the brunt of it. Often, she delegated cleanings to Saturday or Sunday, which we called day. She would usually go out to buy food for the week / errands and leave us to it. And it seemed no matter how much cleaning we did, she was never happy with the results. And the day would end with all of us arguing and upset. Sometimes we would barely do any cleaning since the end result was the same, her complaining. Venting to each other outside the house one day, my siblings and I decided to prove she was just complaining for the sake of complaining. We set up a GoFundMe to raise funds to pay a local house cleaning company, posing it as something along the lines of help us get a professional house cleaning to surprise our mom. And we were able to raise a few $100s, mostly from friends and family who knew our situation, which covered the cost, and a nice big fat tip for the cleaners from what was left. So for one cleaning weekend when our mom had shopping plus getting the car looked at, we scheduled the local cleaners to arrive. They were two very nice women who proceeded to clean the house till it was sparkling. We chatted a bit with them while they were working. One of the ladies had almost 20 years experience cleaning houses, the other 8. With their consent, we filmed some clips of them cleaning, saying it was a surprise for our mom. So mom gets home with our uncle who is coming to dinner. She's barely in the door. She's already started complaining about our usual subpar cleaning, that either I, my brother, didn't clean the surface well enough, or that my sister didn't sweep one spot. These were repetitive complaints she often said. Long story short, we showed her the footage. Her face got red and she proceeded to scream at us for embarrassing her in front of her brother. How dare we hire cleaners and have strangers in the house? Blah blah blah. We argued back that this proves she just weaponizes cleaning. It's been a few years since then. After the big blow up, she just did most of the cleaning herself, and she never admitted to weaponizing it. It came up again recently as us tricking her. I don't think we did anything wrong. AITA? Dang OP, that must have been difficult to deal with growing up. It sucks to live in what feels like a no-win situation. Some people think that this is a good way to motivate people and don't get how demoralizing this kind of treatment can be. And to be blunt, it's not a good motivator. I think it has the complete opposite effect. It ruins people's motivation. I personally don't do well in a no-win environment. If I can't do a good job regardless of effort, I give up and stop caring. These kinds of people just come off to me as miserable human beings because they are never truly satisfied with anything. By hiring a professional cleaner, OP just proved to themselves that their mom was just complaining to complain. It also gives OP a reassurance that it was not the quality of their work. It really was a problem with their mother. Hiring cleaners also worked out for OP because their mother started doing her own cleaning. I personally had an ex that was like this. Every time they came home from work, it was always, why haven't you done this? Why wasn't this cleaned? I could have cleaned the house from top to bottom, but he would have found something that wasn't done or done well enough. I remember completely giving up and being like, well, if he wants to complain about it, he can do the cleaning. Let's just say that relationship didn't last long, and the peace that I felt after getting my own place was amazing. But let's take a look at some of those comments. This is a funny story. NTA. This would have ended one of two ways. Proof that you and your siblings don't clean good enough. Proof that your mom simply complains for the sake of complaining. The embarrassment that she felt was well deserved. You didn't trick her, you exposed her. Sometimes it's never good enough. Did anything else come from it? Did she tell her friends or other family members how terrible her kids were for doing it? NTA. Agreed. It would not have mattered if it wasn't cleaned or professionally cleaned. She came in ready to complain and it blew up. Well deserved, and what a fantastic story. The worst part about a person like this is they absolutely will not be reasonable in a conversation like this. You can lay out clear, factual information like that in an open and calm tone and voice, and they'll hit you with the, I guess I'm a terrible mother. Endlessly frustrating.
Woe is me.
My mother's exactly that way. It's not for her, it's for you. I'd follow up by ending the encounter/walking out. As long as you realize that everything is about them, you can actually have fun with their generalizations and over-the-top sympathy for themselves. But I'm super petty like that. Yeah, because there's just no talking to people like this. And sometimes the only thing you can do is end the conversation. My spouse ran into this as a kid. His stepmom never approved of his first attempts at cleaning/raking/making the bed, etc. He finally got into the pattern of agreeing to, quote, do it again and goof off around for a while, then call her back to show her the, quote, redo, which she would grudgingly call adequate. No idea what she was attempting to teach him, that he wasn't good enough probably. I completely agree. Doing this to your kids is a great way to teach them that they're never good enough, which is terrible. NTA, yes, you tricked her, to prove a point, to expose her, very efficiently. So when she accuses you of tricking her, own it. Look her in the eye and say firmly, yes, and it worked. Proved us right, didn't it? NTA, she was never going to give you credit for cleaning. It was a power trip. Yeah, NTA, and I think it's kind of funny and clever for OP to think of hiring real cleaners. And it showed that OP's mother's behavior was ridiculous. And come on, is having pro cleaners clean your house really that bad? But what do you guys think? Was it unfair of OP to trick their mother into thinking that the kids actually cleaned the house? So let's take a look at our next entitled parent story. Aita for not inviting my father's new girlfriend on a trip with my friends. OP is a 25-year-old female, her brother is a 21-year-old male, her father is a 55-year-old male, and his girlfriend, who OP calls Kelly, is also a 25-year-old female. For those of you at home who don't do math, that's a 30-year difference. Yikes. My father started seeing Kelly recently. Kelly and I attended high school, but never socialized. My parents divorced a year ago, and I found out from social media. Okay, so you're just gonna go and drop that little tidbit there, OP, and not explain further? My father has been trying to get my brother and I to invite Kelly to our activities. He will ask us what we're doing, and then ask if Kelly can be invited. Example, we are celebrating my friend's birthday dinner and my father drops off Kelly at my apartment and insists that I take her with me. The dinner was very awkward, but my friends did their best and was very nice to Kelly. Kelly spent the entire dinner complaining about having to be there and kept asking to leave. Absolutely not. She is so freaking rude. Send her butt home. Gross behavior. This is just so weird. My friends booked a nice weekend for a weekend getaway and had everything planned. We booked a room big enough for 4 people. My father reached out asking me what I was doing this weekend, and I told him I was going to visit a friend. My friends posted a picture of us on social media, and my father texted me asking why I didn't invite Kelly on the trip. I texted back saying maybe because none of us wanted her to come. I tried to reach out to my father to apologize, but he won't answer any of my texts or calls. First of all, it's not your trip to invite her on. Secondly, why are we apologizing? It was true, you and your friends didn't want her there. Kelly has texted me saying that I hurt her feelings and my father's. Aita for not inviting my father's new girlfriend on a trip with friends. No, screw your dad for forcing this girl on you. If you date someone close to your child's age, that's just weird. But then trying to force them to hang out, that's just double weird. Plus, forcing any kind of relationship is just a recipe for disaster. The more he pushes OP, the more OP is going to resent any kind of relationship with this new girl. And honestly, he's going to ruin his relationship with OP. Everyone is an adult here and can choose to spend their time with whoever they want. Just because this girl is dating OP's dad does not mean that OP has to like her, let alone hang out with her. OP's dad needs to stop acting like a baby and spend time with his girlfriend. I don't want it. But let's take a look and see what other people had to say on the matter. NTA, your father needs to stop setting up playdates for his girlfriend. Oh man, if I were drinking water, I would have had to spit it out. I came here to say this. Apparently, Daddy Dearest has nothing in common with his new fling and expects his kids to entertain his, his girlfriend. NTA, it sounds like Dad's trying to get his teenage daughter to include a new-to-the-area stepdaughter in her plans to help her settle in. Not his girlfriend who grew up there but happens to be the same age as his daughter. Why does she not have her own friends and plans? This gives me red flags. It's worth asking again. Why doesn't she have her own friends and plans? Maybe all of her friends dumped her because she kept trying to date their dads. Oh man, these comments today, man, I can't. I would not have a relationship with my father if he did this. Same. I would totally change how I see my father or mother if they did this. Them having gone to school together really ups the creep meter. Agreed. Whether she approves or not, she doesn't have to invite anyone she doesn't want to. OP, your time with your friends means you want to be silly, have fun, talk intimate and personal stuff. Your father's girlfriend, no matter who she is, has no business being there unless she is asked or invited, not forced. Tell your father the more he forces, the more he pushes you away from him and this relationship. NTA, your father is being really weird about forcing Kelly into your activities, even though she obviously doesn't even want to do that herself, complaining at dinner. I wonder why he wants to emphasize so much that his midlife crisis girlfriend is the same age as his children by dropping her off like a child to a playdate. Ugh. You don't have to apologize. You're an adult, and your dad can't force you to make friends with anybody's. You're allowed not to like someone. You're allowed to not invite someone into your social circle that you don't want. You are allowed. NTA. Your dad is entitled AF, and Kelly isn't much better. Yeah, it seems like OP's dad doesn't care about his kids' feelings at all. He's doing a great job of ruining their relationship. OP, in the future, I hope you can set some firmer boundaries with your father, because that's what's needed here. But NTA, what your father is doing to you is not right. But what do you guys think? Was OP being unfair, not inviting his new girlfriend? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I have enjoyed reading stories and reacting to these entitled parents. I also enjoy doodling because I find it very relaxing and easily accessible. I hope you found the doodles calming and the stories interesting. If you feel so inclined, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching till the end. I look forward to reading your thoughts and see you in the next one. Bye!